What's up, guys? Um, Blazing Asian, that's me. Gonna try a patch overview video for League of Legends. I have a lot of buddies who don't know what the hell is going on after a patch because they just don't read it. So hopefully they'll start watching my videos and they'll maybe fucking know what's going on. I don't know. But here we go. So patch 6.6 for League of Legends, starting off with or I can never say his name. Orion, the new champion, or Orion, Soul, or Orion, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna skip past that. He's out now. um, fucking he does a shit ton of craziness, and if you like to be one place one moment, in one place the other moment, he might be for you because he fucking apparently travels across half the map with his ability, and he's a terrifying ganker and all that noise. If you want to look deeper into that, you can go check it out yourself. But this is just an overview. So anyway, on to the next thing. Alistar, they have his healing on his E. Triumphant Aura is down 50 from 50% to 33. Um, Apparently he's doing too much in high level play. Blah blah blah. Their butt hurt. Whatever. Next up, Azir. His soldiers no longer apply fervor of battle, and I feel like I had a conversation before with a buddy about this, and this kind of answers his question. If it did, and it did, and they removed it actually last patch in 6.5, but I'm guessing now they're just letting us know about it. I'm not sure. I didn't look at last patch. Go figure. Uh, Next up we have oh, and they also did a bug for Azir. They fixed it to where apparently he would start to move after issuing a Sand Soldier attack command. So don't have to worry about that, Azir players. You're good. Next up we got Cho'Gath. His Cho'Gath. Okay, I might actually start playing him more again. His feast is now giving more health per stack because they apparently think he's not keeping up uh, at all anymore, really. Losing too many stacks, it's too risky when he loses stacks to come back. So they're buffing it from 90, 120, and 150 at the respective levels to 100, 140, 180. Excuse me. So you Cho'Gath players should be a little happier. I know I am. Echo's up next with a passive speed duration, and E cooldown is reduced. So his Z drive resonance to where he increases movement speed is gone up per per level from 40, 50, 60 to 80% at levels 1 through 16 to 50, 60, 70, 80%. So it's got a about a 10% increase per level early on, and then it evens out at the end, so that's good. And his phase dive, which is quite annoying to get hit by, is reduced from 12, 11.5, 10, 8.5, and 7 to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So Echo players got a boost. Fiora's next with a passive that does less damage but scales higher early. Ooh. E slow and range is down. So I guess with Fiora, they're giving her less base true damage per, which is it was 3% of the target's maximum health to 2% of the target's maximum health now, and the ratio is 4.5% per 100 bonus attack, or no, it was 2.6 plus 4.5%. Now it's just 4.5. Okay, cool, interesting. And now her blade work, it slows at all levels 30%, and its bonus range is cut from 50 to 25, so literally half that. So fuck Fiora players, fuck her good. Next we have Janna. E bonus damage and R disable time down. Okay. Which means her E, which is her Eye of the Storm, the shield that gives attack damage on the shield to whoever she shields, it has gone down. It looks like. Why did it say? Oh, it goes up late game No, no, it's down actually. It goes from 14, yeah, E bonus damage, and oh yeah, they're both down. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. So from 14, 23, 32, 41, and 50, respectively, on levels for the shield, it is now 10, 17 and a half, 25, 32 and a half, and 40. And her monsoon, which is her alt, disable duration is now zero point 0.5 instead of 0.75. So, woo, quarter of a second. Um, Next up, we have Jace. Jace's hammer Q's Q cost is reduced. Base damage and ratio is increased though. Uh, so what that means is his To the Skies ability, uh, pretty much the ability you max first on him usually. It costs only at 40 at all mana ranks. 40 mana at all ranks, yeah, from scaling mana. And the base damage went up from 30, 70, 110, 150, 190, and 230 to 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, and 240. And the ratio went up from 1.0 bonus attack damage to 1.2 bonus attack damage. Well, there you go. My buddy is going to be happy about that. Next up we have Callista, which has less attack speed unless near Callista's Oathsworn. W damage and Sentinel lapse down. R's pull range is also down. Callista has always been a big problem I've seen lately with all the playmaking potential with her, and it's quite annoying, but it's good to hear that she's getting a wee bit nerfed. So her base attack speed has gone up from 0.604 to 0.644, and the attack speed growth has gone down. So her scaling of attack speed over time has gone down from 2.8% to 2.5%. And the Sentinel lapse for her W goes from 7 down to 3 now. And the damage is reduced, wow, literally almost in half, from 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17.5, 20% of the target's maximum health to 5, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15% of the target's maximum health. Shit. But it has now a new passive. It passively grants Callista 9 to 27% bonus attack speed based on her level whenever she's near her Oathsworn. So whoever she kills in the beginning and scares the shit out of her teammate, he's wondering why the hell he just fell over and died in fucking fountain. But that thing right there, yeah, if you're near that person, you get bonus attack speed based on your level. And her alt range went from 1400 down to 1100. And the Oathsworn's dash range is still unchanged. It's still at 1200. Now next up we have Karma. Her mantra shield's base and ratio is increased. So that means her E. So I'm not really a Karma player, but that sounds annoying, to say the least. Shield amount is at 30, 90, 150 to 210 to 30, 100, 170 to 240. And the ratio is from 0.3 to 0.6 ability power. Ouch. So what they're pretty much saying is she's strong early, weak late. That in lower elo she's gonna be strong early, strong late. Yay! Kha'Zix's Q and W cooldowns are reduced, so he can spam the shit out of you faster than he already could. This sucks. So his Q now goes from 3.5 seconds to 3, and his W is from 10 seconds to 9. It's not a whole big cooldown, but over time, say you do that combo 3 times, you're shaving off 3 seconds. Next up, we have Lulu, whose W's ability, power ratio, and ally duration is decreased. So her Whimsy does now 5% per 100 ability power instead of 10% per 100 ability power. And the movement speed is changed from 3 and 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5 respectively for those levels to 3, 3.25, 3.5, 3.75, and 4. Ugh. I haven't been seeing a lot of Lulus lately, but that sucks for Lulus even more, I think. I feel like they're gonna come back with with a patch down the road. They'd be like, "Oh, sorry, we nerfed Lulu a little too much. Let's bring her back up again." But that's just my thought. Anyway, next up we have Lux. Her W gives more benefit if you've been double hit, but less shield on single hits. Ooh, that sucks. Missile now slower on the way out, faster back in. Anyway, her shield. So yeah, it's a risk reward one now. If you only hit somebody with one of the shields, it's a less of a shield. If you hit them with both, it's more. So if you get them with both, it's better. If you miss with one, it's worse. Okay, so yeah, it's not terrible. But the shield amount is going from 80, 105, 130, 155, 180 to 50, 65, 80, 95, 110. But stacks and refreshes on second hit. Oh, well, damn. That's cool. Missile speed is slower on the way out, but okay, yep. And it went down scaling on the AP from 0.35 to 0.2. Now next up we have Maokai. His base magic resist is up. His magic resist scaling is also introduced this patch, and his sapling duration is up. So that means that he actually has a fucking magic resist growth stat on a fucking dude that destroys ability power champions. Yeah. Woo! Um, so his base magic resist goes from 30 to 32. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. But his growth stat goes from 0 to 1.25. Yeah. And now his sapling, which is his E, the toss, the stupid thing that chases you around and blows up and scares everybody to death. It's from 35 seconds at all levels to now it starts at 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 respectively at those levels. And it now has a passive where saplings no longer stack on top of each other. Instead, they shuffle a short distance away from one another. Interesting. Um, Master Yi, his base damage is up, but ratio moved entirely to bonus attack damage. Oh wow. Well then. It's going from 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to 12, 19, 26, 33 to 40. The ratio is 0.25 bonus attack damage at all ranks when it was 0.1 to 0.125 to 0.15 to 0.175 to 0.2 total attack damage. So actually, that's yeah. Okay, his E is definitely a little bit buffed. We'll see more gay E's out there. Awesome. So now next up we have Nidalee. Hunting monsters no longer roots them. W's damage increased, but basic attack reset removed. Well, that's good. It's not so scary, Nidalee. I don't like that. Kitties are quite annoying in this game. So her passive removed hunting season. Hunting monsters no longer roots them, and removed fury swipes no longer resets Nidalee's basic attack. So, and the base damage went from can't read it. Oh, okay. 50, 100, 150, 200 to 65, 110, 155, 200. Hopefully I'll see less Nidalees now. Raping my butt in silver. So, Orianna, her Q mana cost down at early ranks. I haven't seen her a lot lately, but hopefully this will get Orianna's back on the field. Her Q 6 instead of 50 at all ranks, 50 mana, it's now 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. And they also fixed a bug where the command attack had a smaller AP ratio when moved very short distances. Well, that sucks. And now next up we have Quinn. Q duration reduced and cooldown increased. Yeah, she is so annoying. So I'm okay with that, I guess. I mean, the cooldown goes up a bit from 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 to 11, 10 and a half, 10, 9 and a half, 9. But then the stun duration is or the duration of it, the blind is 2 to 1.5 seconds. So yeah, it'll definitely be helpful fighting a Quinn top lane. Those random moments when you want to blind pick something stupid that you haven't played much lately, and you get Darius or something, and she just keeps blinding you in the dark, and then you just get killed, and you cry, and yeah, and you rage quit. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully I'll play better against her than anybody else who has to fight these fucking terrifying Quinns lately. And so anyway, next up we have Shyvana. Her Q scaling reduced at early levels, which is cool. She has been really too strong. So apparently they're just gonna take her Q scaling down, which is her twin bite, and it's going from 180, 185, 190, 195, 200% total attack damage down to 140, 155, 170, 185 to still 200% attack damage. So at max level, she's still going to really, really hurt. But early on, she can still be stopped. Reasonable, I guess. Whatever. Alright, so next up we have visual change on Twisted Fate. His underworld skin are more readable. His W card picker standardized across skin. Well, the card picker is now standardized. Okay, standardized throughout all of his skins. Okay, whatever. Blah blah blah. Visual effects. Noise. If you want to know more about that, you can look at it yourself. Runic Echoes item change. They also nerfed it from 80 to 60 damage, base damage. Less damage on proc. Now, they are screwing with Tiamat again. Attack damage is lowered, but now has a passive cleave again. Oh well, that's alright, I guess. So it's going instead of pickaxe and rejuvenation beads plus 175 gold, it is now longsword, rejuve bead, and 350 gold. It's still 1200 gold. They're only gonna give you 20 damage instead of 30, and the passive now cleaves nearby enemies for 20 to 60% total attack damage based on distance on basic attack. So now that means it's gonna the build path to Ravenous Hydra is not as ugly. The recipe now, instead of being Tiamat, Vampiric Scepter, Longsword, and 1050, you're looking at Tiamat, Vampiric, Pickaxe, plus 525. Reasonable. Okay. Now the attack damage on Titanic Hydra has gone down from 50 to 35, which is cool. And that's about it. Actually, it's not that cool. Well, actually, I don't care. Don't really use it. Oh well. Anyway, next up we have Zerat Portal. Ooh, one of my favorite items to get in ranked games, just to be that guy. But it's now giving less armor and magic resist. Portals give more gold to enemies and now have ward health. Instead of 60, you're getting 55 armor. Instead of 60 MR, you're getting 55. The gate health is, instead of 300 to 1200 health, it is now 5 hits. Instead, like a ward is, you know, a couple hits for a pink ward or 5 hits for a pink ward. It's now 5 hits on the gate. When you kill it, is now 50 gold for it instead of 25. But the void spawns no longer consume spoils of war. It's the relic shield line. There's 3 new things for it. It's like a pink ward. Basic attacks deal 1. Okay, yeah. Finish them. Okay. Void Gate's health will regenerate after being out of Ooh, okay. After being out of combat for 5 seconds. Now it has a distinctive minimap icon. So now you'll see the rot on the map. So for all you people out there that never saw a rot in the game that's pushing behind you, now you'll at least be able to, I guess, see it. Darn it. And then there's an update to the Hextech crafting and loot. Hextech Annie has now been added as loot. Ooh, nice. So apparently there's been a bug where key fragments aren't dropping after match-made tree lines or ARAM wins. So that was being worked on, and that will be in an upcoming patch. Alright, whatever. Like other skins, the skin share can be combined with blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Custom game invite bugs was fixed, and okay, yep, it was just it would sometimes the lobbies will forget to show you the invite button. Uh, oh, they don't have it yet. I'm sorry. They're trying to fix it, but in the meantime, if you come across that bug in the game lobby of a custom game, you can just force the invite button to appear by switching to the other team. There you go. And then there's been a list of bug fixes, and I'll list them off now, which are Ziggs has taken over the crash reporting tool. Chat rooms and private messages no longer randomly rearrange themselves upon closing a window. Rift Herald can now properly grants 2 enchantment stacks on assist. Fixed a bug where selling or undoing a tier 2 jungle item purchase would cap smite at 1 charge until reobtaining a tier 2 jungle. Oh, that would be annoying. But I'm glad that's fixed then. Lifesteal and Spell Vamp now properly affect the bonus damage Rift Scholar takes after being affected by hardcore control. Okay, and the active effects of Quicksilver Sash and Mercurial Scimitar no longer purge the cooldown of Storm Raider Surge. All right, and they have an upcoming skin. Ashen Lord Aurelion Soul is the skin that's coming out with it. So, well, and that was the overview for patch 6.6. If I did a good enough job, let me know. Was I detailed enough? Criticism's always good, but other than that, there you go.